Eventually, as the day gave way to evening, they packed up their chess set, leaving the park with their heads filled with the magic of chess and the knowledge that there was always something new and intriguing to discover in the world of this ancient and timeless game. Alex, a lanky boy with a mop of unruly brown hair, and Mia, a girl with fiery red hair that matched her passionate spirit, often spent their weekends exploring the nooks and crannies of the park. Mia was a curious girl with a love for strategy, while Alex was an inquisitive boy with a passion for learning new things. Mia pulled out a chessboard from her backpack.
Hey Alex, did you know that chess is one of the oldest and most popular board games in the world?
She asked, setting up the pieces on the board. Alex watched intently as Mia carefully arranged the pieces.
I've always been intrigued by chess, but I've never really learned how to play.
He admitted, leaning in closer.
Well, let me teach you.
Mia exclaimed with a grin.
First, let's start with setting up the board.
She proceeded to explain how the board consisted of 64 squares arranged in an 8x8 grid, alternating between light and dark colors.
It's important to orient the board in the right direction, so that each side will be set up correctly. An easy way to remember this is white on the right. Each player starts with 16 pieces arranged on opposite sides of the board. There are 2 rows of pieces at the beginning.
Mia continued.
The back row is where you put the rooks, knights, bishops, queen, and king. The front row is where you place 8 pawns.
Does it matter which square your queen goes on?
Asked Alex.
It should go on the same color square as her. White queen on the light square and black queen on the dark square. In chess, the player with the white pieces always moves first.
Alex nodded, absorbing the information.
And each piece moves differently. Right.
He asked.
Exactly.
Replied Mia. Alex's eye widened with fascination.
It sounds like there's a lot to remember.
He remarked.
Don't worry, Alex.
Mia reassured him.
Learning chess is like mastering any skill. It just takes practice and patience. Let's start with the basics of how each piece moves. And we'll take it from there. 1. King. The most important piece. It can move 1 square in any direction, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. However, it cannot move into a square that is under attack by an opponent's piece. 2. Queen. The most powerful piece. It can move any number of squares in any direction, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. 3. Rook. These pieces move horizontally or vertically any number of squares. They are powerful in controlling files and ranks. 4. Bishop. Bishops move diagonally any number of squares. They are great for controlling long diagonal lines. 5. Knight. These pieces move in an L shape, 2 squares in one direction, horizontally or vertically, and then 1 square perpendicular to that direction. Knights can jump over other pieces. 6. Pawn. Pawns move forward 1 square, but they capture diagonally. On their first move, pawns have the option to move forward 2 squares. When a pawn reaches the opposite side of the board, it can be promoted to any other piece, except a king. Remember, the objective of the game is to checkmate your opponent's king, meaning the king is in position to be captured and cannot escape capture. Let me know if you need further clarification on any specific piece or rule.